Are you looking for a video about angles? Then this video is right for you. So, without much further ado, let's begin. Hi, my name is Rowel Carpio, a math teacher and a coach, and I do math tutorial in my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to present all about angles. What are angles? An angle is formed when two rays meet at a common endpoint called the vertex. A protractor is used to measure and draw an angle. For example, the given angle is named as angle ABC, or in symbol we have angle ABC, angle CBA, or angle B. The angle measures 90 degrees, or in symbol we have 90 and a small circle on top to indicate degrees. What are the different kinds of angles? We have zero angle, acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, straight angle, and reflex angle. So let us discuss each of these angles. So let us start with zero angle. What is a zero angle? A zero angle is an angle that measures 0 degree. When we have a zero angle, the two sides of the angle are pointing exactly at the same direction. So let us have this example. You notice the two sides are pointing at the same direction. That's why the measure of this angle is 0 degree. When we have an angle that measures 0 degree, it is a zero angle. Now let us have our second angle, which is acute angle. What is an acute angle? An acute angle is an angle that measures more than 0 but less than 90 degrees. So all angles that measure less than 90 degrees but more than 0 degree, we call them as acute angles. So in this example, we have an angle that measures 47 degrees. So this is an example of an acute angle because this angle measures less than 90 degrees. Now, let's have the right angle. What is a right angle? A right angle is an angle that measures exactly 90 degrees. So an example we have here, this is a right angle because this angle measures exactly 90 degrees. So all angles that measure exactly 90 degrees, they are called right angles. Now, let's proceed to the next, which is the obtuse angle. Obtuse angle is an angle that measures more than 90 but less than 180 degrees. An example given here is an angle that measures 125 degrees because 125 degrees is more than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. And this is an example of an obtuse angle. Now next, let's proceed to the next one, which is a straight angle. A straight angle is an angle that measures exactly 180 degrees. When we have a straight angle, the two sides of the angle are pointing at exactly opposite directions. So if for zero angle, the two sides are pointing at exactly the same direction, for straight angle, the two sides are pointing at exactly opposite directions. And that angle measures 180 degrees, or a straight line forms a straight angle or an angle that measures 180 degrees. And finally, we have the reflex angle. A reflex angle is an angle that measures more than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees. So an example given here is an angle that measures 270 degrees, because an angle that measures 270 degrees is an angle that measures more than 180 but less than the 360. Now let's proceed to complementary angles. When we say complementary angles, these are two angles in which the sum of their measures is 90 degrees. So an example given here, we have two adjacent angles in which the measure of one of the angles is 19 and the other angle measures 71 degrees. So 19 degrees plus 71 degrees will give us 90 degrees. So these two angles are complementary angles. But not necessarily that these two angles should always be adjacent angles. How about supplementary angles? When we say supplementary angles, these are also two angles in which the sum of their measures is equal to 180 degrees. So an example given here, we have 130 degrees and another angle that measures 50 degrees. So 130 degrees plus 50 degrees will give us 180 degrees, and they are supplementary angles. As a review, we say that an angle is formed when two rays meet at a common endpoint called the vertex. We have 6 kinds of angles. We have zero angle that measures 0 degree. We have also an acute angle that measures more than 0 but less than 90 degrees. Right angle that measures exactly 90 degrees. Obtuse angle, an angle that measures more than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. Straight angle, an angle that measures exactly 180 degrees. And reflex angle, an angle that measures more than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees. For complementary angles, these are two angles in which the sum of their measures is 90 degrees. For supplementary angles, these are two angles in which the sum of their measures is 180 degrees. Now let us have this activity. For activity 1, let us identify the measure and the kind of angle formed by the minute and hour hands of the clock. So I will be giving you 10 seconds to answer this activity. Your timer starts now. Okay, time is up. Okay, for number 1, we have 3 o'clock. Remember that if we are using the clock, the whole circle is equivalent to 360 degrees. Now, for every 5 minutes, that is equivalent to 30 degrees. So, we have 30 plus 30, 60 plus 30, we have 90 degrees. So, therefore, at 3 o'clock, the minute and hour hands form 90 degrees, and that is a right angle because a right angle is an angle that measures exactly 90 degrees. Now, let's have number 2. At 10 o'clock, we have 30 degrees plus 30, we have 60 degrees. And this angle formed by the minute and hour hands of the clock is an acute angle because it is less than 90 but more than 0 degree. And finally, we have 6 o'clock. So 30 plus 30, 60 plus 30 is 90, plus 30 is 120, plus 30 is 150, plus 30 is 180 degrees. So the minute and hour hands of the clock at 6 o'clock form 180 degrees or a straight line. And that is a straight angle. So I hope that you got all answers correct. So let us have activity number 2. In our activity number 2, you are going to identify the two angles formed by the minute and hour hands of the two clocks, whether they are complementary or supplementary angles. So your timer starts now. Okay, time is up. Number 1 is 8 o'clock and 2 o'clock. So at 8 o'clock, the minute and hour hands form 30 plus 30, 60 plus 30 is 90 plus 30 is 120 degrees. While at 2 o'clock, we have 30 plus 30 is 60. We have 120 degrees plus 60 degrees that is equivalent to 180 degrees and they form supplementary angles. How about number 2? 10 o'clock, we have 60 degrees while 1 o'clock is 30 degrees. So 60 plus 30 degrees, that will be 90 degrees and they form complementary angles. So I hope that you got all answers checked for our activity number 2. So this time, I'll be giving you these exercises. All you have to do is to count the number of angles that measure less than 180 degrees in the given illustration. So we have here the illustration and then you are going to count the number of angles that measure less than 180 degrees. So there you have it, the lessons about angles. I hope that you have learned and enjoyed watching this video. See you again in my next video. Thank you.